Yep. Hi everyone. Welcome to Gloria Horn Sewing Studio. Today is Friday, October 4th. It's Halloween season. The chill is in the air out there. It's a sunny day here in Pittsburgh. Um, I hope it's sunny where you are today too. But my name's Steve, and we're working on 60-degree table runners today. So we all know what 60-degree table runners are. I have a sample right here. I can show you. We had another beautiful blue or purple sample. Oh, grab that one up there, Tommy, too. So here's a sample of what we're going to be looking at today. So these use border prints. And then where's the topper? Is there a topper that goes with this one over there too? So what you're going to get is you're going to be able to make a topper, which is this one. So that makes a nice candle mat. And they look really nice because they look challenging, but they're really pretty easy because you use the border print. So you'll be able to make one topper and one table runner. And these measure to be, this one's measuring out to be like 40 inches long, and these table toppers are measuring out to be 18 inches wide. So, but Gloria's not here today, so I've got you. We usually do IQ Designer today, but we're just going to take we're going a different way for today to do these 60-degree table runners. But if this is your first time here, and you're on Facebook, we'd like you to register. So just if it's your first time and you're on Facebook, you're going to go to the comment section, type in the word register, you're going to hit enter, a new screen is going to come up, you're going to fill out your information and come on back, but you need to download our app. If anyone doesn't have our app, or if anyone's not watching from the app or hasn't seen the app, you got to get our app. It's a free app. You go to the App Store, go to the Google Play Store, type in Gloria Horn Sewing Studio. A little sewing machine will pop up, download our free app, and it's a great way to watch. So, is there a tool for the octagons? Oh, someone's asking that. Okay. So yeah, and if you have questions during this, just ask them and I'll try to read them and answer and stuff too. So we're going to start by looking at how we cut our 60-degree table runners, okay? And then today we are using the 12-inch ruler. These rulers, the 60-degree rulers, come in different sizes, but the 12-inch is the best because you can do smaller sizes too. If you get a smaller one, you can only work with ones that size. If you get the 12-inch, like we use, you can do all the sizes and things. So this is the ruler that we're going to be using today. And in our kits that we have for you today is going to be 2 pieces of fabric for this. One is going to be the border print. And it's a piece of border print that's 1 3/4 yards long by half of the width of fabric. So you're able to use this to get 1 table runner and 1 table topper. And then we also give you 2 yards of the backing fabric that coordinates. And this is 2 yards by half the width of fabric. So you have enough to do, and we don't bind them. We do right sides together and sew around and leave an opening. So we flip them. We don't try to bind them. So we make it easier on ourselves. So then you'll get a 2-yard piece of backing, okay? So for right now, we're gonna just take our backing fabric and put that off to the side. Anytime you're working with fabric and sewing it and piecing the fabric together, it's a good idea to prep your fabric ahead of time. So prepping your fabric just means getting a little bit of starch on it or best press just to give it a little bit of thickness. So I already did my piece here, but I'm gonna show you how I do it. So what I normally do is if it's a big piece like this, I just fold it in half and I'll do one side and then I'll do the other. I'm using the large wool mat. This one is the one on the roll. So it's a really big surface for you to press on. What I do is I'll just lay it down like this. I'll take best press or starch or what do you have. It just helps stiffen your fabric up. Best press, all-in-one starch and sizing, makes ironing easier, relaxes stubborn, and it just helps give your fabric some body so that when you go to piece it, it stays. Because fabrics can stretch and things. So I just give it a little spray, and then I use my new Panasonic iron. Just so the cordless Panasonic iron. So this is a new one out. It's golden white. It has the ceramic bottom. And the big thing about this one, so the Panasonic irons that came out before that we have, their shut-off time is only 8 minutes. So after 8 minutes, it shuts off. And you guys know when you have to go over and wait for that iron to heat up, it can slow you down a little bit. So the new iron they just came out with is the Panasonic iron, and it now has a 2-hour timer. So that doesn't mean you have to leave it on for 2 hours. It just means as you're working in your room, it's going to stay hot for 120 minutes until it shuts off. But you can always shut it off if you're not going to use it. But that just goes so you can get to it, and it'll be hot all the time for you. So it has a sharper point this time, and it still has that ceramic bottom that we love. It comes with a detachable water container, so you fill up this at the sink. You can use regular tap water, don't have to use anything special. It goes on and it stays on for an hour and 2 hours, hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, so we prepped our fabric. So you'll feel a difference after you've prepped it. It feels like there's more body to it. So yes, we have Tommy here, and we have Kate here too. There's Tommy.
Hello.
So
I've never made a 60-degree runner.
me neither.
Steve's-
But I looked it up. I watched the video today on YouTube to do it, and I got it. So we're gonna do it today. So
Okay, I'll be here for moral support.
moral support, yeah. So let's first look at our fabric here. So it's the Yard and High from Clinton, yeah. So Kathy's out with a group teaching today too. A group of like 12 ladies at their churches or at their church or something. Oh, today's discount. Today's discount. Let's do 10% back. Let's continue that. You guys always buy more when there's 10% turn back on. So we'll have Tommy turn that on. So you guys will get the 10% credit back for 2 hours after the show. Anything you, most anything you can purchase, will get to earn that 10% credit back. So if we could put that 60-degree ruler back in the bubble. So we're using this 60-degree ruler for part of this. So when you're looking at your border fabric here, you need 2 exact repeats. So when I look at my fabric, and I look first, I'm going to look at the bottom fabric here. I think we can go to the overhead too. That's good. So looking at my fabric here, we have black that goes into green for this particular one. And you kind of have to learn how to read the fabric and do this. So it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but just remember, you need 2 pieces that are exactly the same. So what we're going to do is, let's go this way with it so they can see the whole piece right there. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now you're going to see the whole piece. So there's this black section down here, and the repeat up here of that doesn't have that black section. So we go black, green, red. And the next section with these big roses is up here, and it goes red, green, not black, green. So we know we have to cut off first this black portion here. Does that make sense? So we've got the big roses here, the big roses here. At the bottom of the big roses here, we have black, then green. At the bottom of the big roses here, we have red, green, black. So we have to cut our fabric at the bottom of this green line and at the bottom of this green line, okay? So that's what we're going to do first. Does that make sense for everyone? So I'm going to turn the fabric this way, and I'm just going to cut. Now, you can use a ruler to do this, if that helps you. Gloria just goes rogue and she just cuts it, so you can also just cut along here. And I think I like that going rogue a little bit. It seems to be okay. And you can use the ruler to catch any areas you missed there. Maybe you don't want to go, I got kind of wobbly there at the end. Here, I'm going to use my ruler. Okay. For that part. There we go. I'm going to take this, get rid of that. And then, so we cut, so we just have the green stripe on, there we go. Just the green stripe here. So we want to cut the bottom of the green stripe on this one too. So I think for this one, I am going to use the ruler. So start there. How many of you guys have made these before and have it down mastered? I think these if we go to the front again there, I think these there we go. So I think these 60-degree table runners, there's a point where it's just you have an aha moment, and they're like, oh, I get it now. This is how they're supposed to do. Especially when you're reading different border prints to get them. Just remember, 2 exact same pieces. So I'm gonna keep cutting here. So there. Now let's take a look at our 2 pieces. So we have, can you see the whole thing? Both of them. There we go. So perfect. Okay. So on here we have a green, red, and then the big roses up to the smaller border and just a red here. So then let's match over here. So we have the green, the red, the big roses, and then our 3 colors here. This small border, and then red. Oh, there's a green on this side. Okay, so this one doesn't have the green. So the last thing we have to do is just trim the green off, and then these 2 pieces will be exactly the same. Everyone's still with us. And you got to talk it out to yourself sometimes at home. Even if you're in the room by yourself, it's okay. You can say it out loud. It'll make more sense, I think, if you just say it out loud. So prepping the fabric definitely helps because these are cut on the fold, and that fold might still be in the fabric creased. So it's a good idea to just prep it, and it just gets you ready. So okay. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to lay out our pieces, and you have to decide. How you want your 60-degree table runner to look. So if we look at, let's see this one here. If we look at this one has the smaller border out here and the bigger focus in the middle here. So when we look at this, you have to decide whether you want the bigger focus to be in the middle like this with the smaller border on the outside, or if you want it to look like this. With the bigger, and I think I like it with the focal towards the middle. So I'm going to do it so that the small strip is towards me. So I'm going to lay that one down. I'm going to take this one, and you're going to put it directly over top. So I have them. So they're stacked right on top of each other, so that's good. I'm going to go to the end here, and I'm just going to trim off this end to get started. Okay. So we have a clean end on that side. you're going to take your 60-degree ruler and you're going to lay it down. And this corner here, you want to leave a 1/4 inch. You don't want to take your ruler and cut right through that corner over there. You want to leave a 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to leave a 1/4 inch, and that will help you be able to use these pieces for the project. So you won't lose these. So leave a 1/4 inch down here. We're going to line the top of our ruler up there, and you can use the lines along the bottom here to line the ruler up this way. And we're going to make a cut. Make a cut this way. Set those off to the side here. You're going to make a cut this way. Set those here. And you're going to make one more cut. You're going to turn the ruler this way. So we did 3 cuts on this end of the fabric. Okay. You're going to go to your other end. You're going to make sure these are lined up here. We go. So you do the same thing to each end. So this end, we're going to take off just clean those edges up there. We're going to take our ruler. You're going to leave a 1/4 inch down at this corner here. So there's our 1/4 inch there. Line your line up along the bottom here. Hold your ruler, and we're going to make 2 cuts. We're going to go this way, and we're going to go this way. So the first cut will go this way. And I put a brand new blade in before I started, so I'd have a really sharp blade to do this. So we made the 1 cut that way. We're going to make the other cut this way. Lay these here. And we're going to make 1 more cut. We're going to lay our ruler down. I lined up there. And we're going to make 1 more cut this way. Good. So now, let's go back up front here. Okay, so we made all our cuts. So both ends got 3 cuts. So you lay the ruler down once, cut, cut, lay the ruler down again, and cut again. So we have all the pieces cut. So let's take first our 2 center pieces, okay? How's everyone doing? Is there going off? Do we get a percent? Yes, today is, we're doing 10%. Do we put that, do we update that, Tommy?
I don't think I ever turned it off.
So, oh, good. Okay, so that's perfect. So it is turned on. You guys are earning that 10% credit back. So our pieces are here. Let's lay these down. Make some room here. So we have those pieces laid down. And then you got to find the pieces that have the roses, the big roses in the center. And these fill in here and here. And the big roses, and towards the point, those fill in on this end. So, and if you have a long, if you have a border prints at home and you have a long table and you want to do a really long one, you can cut a longer piece and just do the same thing on both ends, and you'll just end up with a longer table runner. So if you want to do, well, these are 1 3/4 yards, and you get a table runner that's this big. If you need a longer one, just go for longer yardage. And then I have another one I want to show you today. But I need just a 5-inch strip off a border piece. If we just have a border piece somewhere, we can just grab one. Any border fabric, even one of the kits, I can show something. Yeah, that snowman's one should be. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I'll take that. So I have a trick to show you guys too with a 5-inch. So I'll show you that on this fabric. So, so that's the table runner, and this is the table topper. So this will go. Here, let's move this aside. Oh, and then to sew these together, let's finish up with this one first before I make the other one. So to sew these together, you're going to take this one here and line it up. You want to line up your lines and pin through them so that, and then you'll take this one and fold it here. You're going to take this end here. You're going to take this end here, you're going to fold this one in. And you're going to fold this one in. And you're going to piece these together. So 1/4 inch seam allowance, 1/4 inch seam allowance, piece those together. Once those are pieced together, we can go to the front again. There we go. Good. So once those are pieced together, then this will be now one piece here, this will be one piece, and then you fold it and sew them together that way. So sewing them together, I don't think is the hard part. I think it's cutting it is the tricky part. So this one, and let's now look at our table topper. So Gloria and I went to the Crown Plaza. Do instructions come with the kit? Yes, instructions come with the kit. And written instructions for this project, I feel like can be difficult to follow. If you're trying to read how to do this, it can be more challenging than to see it. So we direct you to a YouTube video that's been viewed thousands of times that we kind of learned this from. And she does a really nice job. And it's very similar to what we just showed you today, but just trimming them out is I think the challenging part. And once you get that, I think you'll be good. So then we have the table topper to put together. So here's our table topper pieces. So you will line these up. You're going to have these two smaller triangles. These are going to make one bigger triangle. So you seam these guys together here, seam that together, press that open. Same thing with this one. You're going to take these two pieces, you're going to seam it together here, and that opens up. You're going to put that, and you want to put these on opposite sides of each other. You don't want to put them in any other place. It'll balance your table runner out to have those across from each other. So the two seams there, and then the last pieces go here and here. And then you'll have a vignette, a matching set. You'll have like a candle mat and a table runner, and your house will look all put together when it's all matching. So that's the two projects you can make with our kits of the 60-degree table runner. We used that 60-degree ruler. If you don't have this ruler, get the 12-inch. This is the 12-inch. This one's from Creative Grids. We like the one from Creative Grids because it has the kind of sandpaper, you can see them right there, already on the back. So once you push down on it, it really helps stay in place for you. when you're doing those cuts. Sometimes if you work at the corner of your table, so you can get around to one side of it or the other side of it, that can help make those awkward cuts for you. But the 12-inch 60-degree ruler from Creative Grids, this is the best ones. Can you move the pieces around to match the flowers? You can. You can. If you want to switch these ones over, you can definitely switch the pieces around to get the fabrics or to get the flowers together where you want them and stuff too. I guess when you're working with flowers, you can cut up flowers and kind of piece them together. When you're working with like animals on some of them, you got to watch how they like, because you can't put like a head and some things. So when you're cutting up animals, just watch how it goes together versus the flowers. The flowers work really well. So what else do we want to show them here with this? Should we show them our kits?
Sure.
Any questions about this? But all of our kits come with instructions, and we have some coordinating fabrics. And again, you're going to get 1 3/4 yards by half the width of fabric, and 2 yards of the matching backing fabric to go with it, plus the instructions in all of our kits. And we've made sure that all the border prints that we have for you work well with this. Some of them, they don't line up to get 2 exact pieces, but you'll just have to think through them and like how we did to get 2 exact matching pieces. So we'll put this together. Does everyone pass out candy on Halloween? So you know what? Our Halloween is on a Thursday night this year. And you know we have our favorite things on Thursday night. So, we might have to move it to Wednesday.
What costume are you going to wear, Steve?
Yeah, I know, right? So Gloria and I went up to the Crown Plaza where we're hosting our fall event this morning to finalize all our plans. We had to. They don't have enough tables. They don't have enough tables for us. So we had to rent 75 tables. So we have plenty of tables for everyone and things. We picked the menu. And we went over everything as far as the layout and stuff, so we're all set, and I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful. So if anyone isn't coming to our fall event, there's still time to come. You can sign up. We have days in November. We have days in October. I feel like everyone needs to be there. It's going to be one of our best events. We're going to have so much to show you guys. It'll be really fun. So this is the first one. This is 'Tis the Season. So this is a black background with poinsettias. It does have gold metallic on it. You know how we like our gold metallic fabric. But this one, looking at your repeats here, I'd probably cut this top portion off, and then you have these 2 big poinsettias, and then you would just cut and include from here to here. So each one will work for this one. Oh, I know, Halloween candy. You gotta keep it closed. You can't even open one bag. You got to keep it closed. Once you open that bag, all bets are off. You're into it. So
Please don't hand out apples for Halloween.
don't hand out apples, Tommy said. Don't hand out apples. Don't be that house.
Don't be that house.
Don't be that house. Yeah, because your house is going to get toilet paper that night. No, I'm kidding. But so this is the 'Tis the Season. This is the border fabric. So that's really pretty to go together. We have this paired with it for the backing fabric. So this will be your backing fabric. And we always like to give you a really pretty backing to go with these. So if you had to flip it over, you could. But this will make 1 table runner and 1 tabletop. So that's our 'Tis the Season.
Now, Steve, is this a cream version?
I think it is.
Okay,
but
I just put cream in the variant. So.
Okay. So 'Tis the Season has 2 options. They have the black option, or there is this cream option. So this same fabric, just different backgrounds. So this is the large focal print poinsettia with the cream background, and it's like a marbled cream. It almost looks like Moda's I forget what that one's called, but it looks really. It's got a marbled background, and then this is your border print to go with it there. So those look really nice. So you have the option for the cream background or the black background. Apples are outlawed, right? Yes.
What was the worst candy you got? Or what's your favorite candy?
I like chocolate. I like chocolate. So anything chocolate. I like, but I don't.
I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker for the peanut butter cups.
Peanut butter cups. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I like? I always like when they when you're adult trick or treating and they're handing out a little like
Oh, a beer for the
a little
adults,
beer
yeah.
or like a little spiked apple cider. So yeah, but we have fun because I have nieces and nephews. So and they're like all into Halloween. So I get the most outrageous costumes I can find. I was like this big dragon thing one year. Oh, no, it was a dinosaur with these feet and these claws and like this fire breathing out. So we have fun at Halloween. So, Tommy, what are you going to be this year? What's Gray going to be this year?
Gray's going to be, he got a Mario costume.
Mario, okay, okay.
He has a hard time picking.
Okay.
He was thinking about being Spider-Man for a third year in a row.
Okay. Hey, can't go wrong with Spider-Man.
But I think I'm going to be Bowser.
Okay.
And Gray's going to be Mario.
Good.
He doesn't want his mom to be Princess Peach. And these are all characters from a video game he likes to play. He wants his mom to be Toad.
Toad, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Mom be Toad, that's good. What's our next table runner in the lineup here?
It is
A Flora. Okay, so this is Flora. So this is the sunflower look. So this one's really nice. It's got bright colors. Look how pretty this one is. And full-size candy bars. If you're the house that gets full-size candy bars, trust, people are like switching their masks and come back around twice to get this full-size. So yeah.
You know what we do? We kind of get late. We leave the bowl out, and we have a lot of trust.
Yes.
But
yeah.
There's always
Self-serve.
There's always that one kid
Yeah.
that takes the whole bowl.
So this is the backing fabric, so that goes really well. So this, you'll get a table runner and two table toppers with this one. Or no, a table runner and a table topper with this one. But it's got a really nice aqua. I want to learn my colors more. What's aqua? What else is? What color is this? Teal. Is this aqua? Is that teal?
Sure.
Sure.
Dark teal.
Dark teal.
You know what? Let me go to the paint shop across the street and get it some color.
Someone gave me a Crayola box. I need to study that. Yes. Will Mimi be cute little Luigi?
I don't know. She might be Princess Peach.
She might be Princess Peach, yeah.
But
so there's the background on that one. So it's got a colorful background on top of the sunflowers. It almost looks like sunflowers in the sunset with these golden red colors and things. So this is Flora. And then Harvest. So Harvest, the fall, Thanksgiving type colors. I always like these colors. I think fall is my favorite, but I like winter too because I like to ski. And then spring's nice because everything's coming back to life, and summer's nice because it's warm. So I think I like all the seasons. But this is our fall one. Harvest is this one. So it's got a black background, gold metallic running through it around these fall festive flowers. You get a plaid, which is really nice. The plaid always turns out not really nice on the table runners, especially when it's on point like this one is. And then the background fabric that you're going to get with it is going to be this one here. So it's the cream background fabric with all the leaves that coordinate with the flowers that are in the table runner. So again, we want to give you that pretty background fabric or backing fabric so that way if you need to, you can flip it over and have a two-sided project. That's our Harvest. And these are nice to take to someone's house if you're going for Thanksgiving or for Christmas and stuff. And if you're going, if you're going to someone's house for Thanksgiving, take them a Christmas one, because Thanksgiving's over by the time you're there. They're putting all that stuff away tomorrow. So for Thanksgiving, you got to give them a Christmas housewarming gift, or so that way they can put it out for Christmas. And you'll be definitely invited back if you bring a gift like that.
Frosty Frolic.
Frosty Frolic. So this is our Frosty Frolic. So this is the cute snowman. For any of the cute snowman lovers out there, this one's for you. So you'll get this cut on the fold. And then we have this with the coordinating birds for the background. So this one's a toss print, so there's no directional to this, and that'll be your backing fabric.
Why didn't we make a kit of this?
We could, yeah. So the pattern from Coach House that uses, what's her name? Deb Strain's fabric. Good job, Tommy. Deb Strain's fabric, and Tommy digitized these birds, so you don't have to piece them. You can just sew them out in embroidery, and they turn out perfect.
But it goes perfect with this backing.
It does go
fabric.
perfect with this too. So that is perfect. So that is our Frosty Frolic. Let's see, I want to take maybe this one here. I might take this one here and use a piece of this. So before we go on to show you some more products, I want to show you guys something you can do if you have little or smaller pieces left of border print. So we're going to, let's see, we're going to cut a piece of this off. That's fine. We'll just cut this off. Okay. So if you have, oh, this will work. Okay. So I'm going to cut this so we have about a 5 or 6 inch piece. And if you have like a piece left over like this, you can do something like this with it, with this ruler too, so you can get more projects out of it. Oh, thanks, Gene. Okay, so I just cut one of our kits, but I wanted to show you guys what you can do if you have, say, just a 5 inch piece of border print left for something. And you can even do this with smaller pieces too. So what you're gonna do is, okay, so first thing I notice is that this fold on this fabric is kind of folded over, and I don't want it folded over, I want it flat. So I'm going to press that down. And this is what I mentioned when you're prepping your fabric. It's a good idea to prep your fabric before you go on to start cutting, because that folded over edge there, we need that all to lay flat. And guess what? Our iron is still hot. I'd have to wait for it to heat up if we had the other one, but we're keeping this one here, so. Okay. Oh, let's see. So I have that fold pressed out, and then go ahead and hit it with the some starch or best press. This is why this big mat's nice, because you can get a a good run and not have to move your fabric. So. So you're going to lay the fabric out, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the ruler and we're going to lay it down. And again, we're gonna actually I'm going to cut a little bit of this off because it's a little messed up there. So a little cut was missed there. So take this ruler. You're going to leave that 1/4 inch at that corner like we've done before, and you're just going to take the ruler and you're going to cut this way, and you're just going to take the ruler and you're just going to keep, I didn't miss that one cut. So you're going to cut this way, cut that one off, and you're going to cut this one. And then you're just going to keep taking your ruler. And you're just going to keep cutting. Do you see what we're coming together with? What did I say? You got to stand maybe towards the corner of your table. That way you can get it cut better. Let's try that over here. Yeah, that is easier. I think if I would go to this end of the fabric, it might be easier. Let's try that. I've just had a aha moment. Let's try this side. Let's try cutting this side. That is easier there. And then you get just a smaller table topper with a 5-inch piece. So if you have smaller strips that you want to do something with, they're not wasted. You can definitely do something with them. And you can even do this with smaller things. If you want to do like a 3-inch strip, you can piece those together, and you can even make little coasters with those too. Yes, we're going to do a video very similar to this one on the easy miter binding tool, just to focus on that so you guys can watch that. A rotating mat, that would be great. Yeah, I thought about that too. How long is our cutting mat? This one is 60 inches wide by 36 inches, so 36 by 60 this way. So yeah, placemats, little candle mat. So that was with a 6-inch border, and you're just taking the ruler and just turning and just cutting. What's our next? Let's try that gypsy gripper. Is that next?
We have the creative grids here. I couldn't find the little gripper open.
Okay.
So I found one of those.
If you like a handle on your rulers, these are from Quilter Select. It's the perfect size handle for these smaller rulers. You can get them for all your rulers, or you can share them. It's just a little suction cup, and you put it on the rulers, and it just gives you a hand. It gives you something for your hand to wrap around. Do we have one in here?
With the little gripper?
Yeah, do we have one of this? Do we have one of these open? I'll just open this one. Yeah. So I like to put it on the ruler, and if I'm going to, you know how you sometimes hold at the edge, then I can use it like this, and I can really hold down. I get my thumb around it, and that's not going anywhere with like that. So that's why I like to do it. So even if you don't put it right in the center, it just creates that grip like this, so then you're really you're able to cut those without. Oh, that really works well. I wish I had that those sooner. Putting that on like that really helps there. So I don't have it on the center there, and just be able to pick it up easier and stuff too. So that's nice. And we can put more of those in because I know we have those.
Okay.
Yep, just a little suction cup. Up next is our 28 millimeter cutter. I bet I have one here. Maybe. Nope, okay. We'll skip to the next one. So let's go down to that two on there. So our OFA Splash Rotary Cutter. I'm telling you what, this rotary cutter, hands down, has been our favorite for years now. Years. There's not one that we like better. And we have tried them all. We have other ones in here. There's other ones in here too. And they just live in the drawer because we wait for this one. I'll tell you why. It has a nice feel in your hand. It's not overcomplicated. It doesn't have anything extra. There's no screws that you have to deal with or anything like that. Changing the blade is super easy. You lay your blade down. You slide that back, and you're able to lift that off, and there's your blade. You're able to take your blades, change your blade out, lay that back down, slide that up, and you're ready to go. Is it right or left-handed? I believe they're ambidextrous. Is there packaging on the wall of one of these? I believe they are ambidextrous, that you can use them both. Do they make 60 like this? They not quite like this one. I wish they did. I wish they made the 60 like this. Yes, see, Joanne has two of them. There. Does it say right or left-handed? Quick blade change. For right or left-handed users. Yep, both hands. You can use both. So, but this is the 45 millimeter. And I'm telling you what, it's our favorite one, and we like the teal color. They come in other colors, but we really like this color because it's bright. You can see it. It's nice and bright. They come in some other colors, like the like dark blue, but this is the one we normally order in. This is our favorite. So, and blades. You need sharp blades. If you have a flat tire, as I call it, on your blades. And you're getting any skipped or you're cutting and things aren't cutting through, put a new blade in. Don't fight it. Blades have come down so much in price. It's the ones right below those ones. That one. Yep, perfect. Blades have come down so much in price. We used to spend, I remember why we used to like not want to change the blade out because they were expensive. We were paying like $8, $9 for one blade. Not anymore. These are titanium coated blades, 45 millimeter. These are the ones we really like, and you get 10 for 25 bucks. You can't beat that. So they're $2.50 a piece. So change them out. Don't be afraid to change it. But I just put a new one in, so I know it's nice and new. Keep that case. Don't throw that case away. If you go through all the blades, keep that right. We write old on it, and then put the old blades in there, so it's a safe place to store them and stuff like that. But they come in the case. I like the ones that come in this case because it keeps them there for you. And then when you open it up, the whole stack is there. What I normally do is I just take this stack out and you just kind of rotate it, and you got to get one out. Just be careful when you're doing it. Just get one out. If you've ever put two blades in a rotary cutter, you know that something's not right when you get two blades in. So there are 10 in there. Just make sure you get one. And got any 60 millimeter blades? Do we have 60 millimeter blades today? We do. I think we do have them, but if you type in 60 mm, I bet it will come up in the search too. In these projects, we like something a little more body than just shape flex. We like the Fusible fleece. The Fusible fleece allows you to fuse it down so you could quilt this if you wanted to, but it gives a nice body to it. And we've pretty much switched to, let's go to the next one down, there we go. We've pretty much switched to just using heavyweight fusible fleece. There is regular fusible fleece. It's a little bit lighter in body, but when you start using the heavyweight, you might have regular fusible fleece at home. If you don't have any heavyweight at home, get the heavyweight at home. You will notice a huge difference in your project laying flat with less wrinkles and bubbles in your quilting because you're using the heavyweight fusible fleece. I'll tell you what, it's a changer. It's a little more expensive than the regular, but it makes a huge difference. So I'm telling you, we don't even order the regular anymore in because all we're using is heavyweight. Feel that, Tommy? Doesn't that feel nice?
It feels really good.
See, Tommy even says it feels nice. Yeah, so it's nice and it's good. So no more regular fusible fleece. Fusible fleece, don't get mad at us. The heavyweight is the way to go, though. So when you're piecing things together, precision and accuracy can matter, especially when you're matching up these border prints and things like that. So you want to use a thread that's a 50 weight thread. And why we say that is a 50 weight thread is a little bit thinner. And let's see which ones we got. This one is, yeah. So this is Aurifil. There's a lot on these spools of thread here. There are 2,000 yards, but it's a 50 weight, 100% cotton, virtually no lint with this thread. But the 50 weight thread is a thinner thread so that when you're trying to get that 1/4 inch seam allowance and you go to piece the fabrics together, open them up and press them, if you have too thick of a thread, when is Star of Wonder shipping? Today. Today it's shipping, yes. So thank you for asking that. They are shipping out today, right?
Yep. The books are that we're loading the flash drives,
yes,
assembling them together, and they're going out the door.
So Ruth Ann said it well. The 50 weight reduces the turn of the cloth. So when you turn the fabric over, if it's a too thick of a thread, it takes up some of your seam allowance. Steve, can I use pre-wound bobbins for my flare as well as Solaris? You can piece with pre-wound bobbins if you like. It's a thin thread that'll be just fine. You can piece with it. We do it all the time. Or you can wind your own bobbin and with this. And when you wind your bobbins, just remember you want a nice tight bobbin. So you want to go around that tension disc twice. We'll show you sometime how to wind the bobbin to get a nice tight bobbin. So this is the Aurifil. This is like a cream color. Another popular color is this gray color. That one is, yeah, click that one. It's this one here, I believe. Yeah, it's this one. Or no, it's not. Oh, it is this one. I thought that one's a little lighter. Is that Dove? Is that one Dove? That's Dove, so it's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit lighter than this one, and that's fine, because Dove's the one you really want. So Dove gray, this one's just a little bit darker. But it's this same Aurifil thread. It's going to be a little bit lighter than this one. But gray is a really good color. When are the Wonderland kits shipping? We're working on those. We just showed those, so we're working on those. Thanks for asking, Ginger. Then we also have the black too. So in black. So if you're piecing with black fabric, you want to use a darker thread. And then a gray thread is a really nice thread to have, and this cream and the cream color. So. Okay, so this if you want to get a 3-spool, this one has a white, a medium gray, and a black. This is a good set because it gives you your light, your medium, and your dark when you're piecing. Again, this is that 50 weight thread, 100% cotton. It's really silky, really a fine finish. That 50 weight's going to help you get that 1/4 inch seam allowance so you have more precise piecing. But this is a 3-spool set, so that's a nice way to get started. It gives you a light, a medium, and a dark. And really save this for piecing. Really, you can use this for sewing other stuff too, but really save this for this for its purpose. So, oh, our duo lamp. So this is our duo lamp over here, and I always judge a lamp, like how much we like it, based on how long oh, that's cute, about how long it stays on our table. And this one has been on here for like 2 years now because we haven't moved it out to get another one in here because we like it so much. The Duo lamp, it has a really nice base that it sits on your table. Now there's ones that clamp to the table, and the ones that clamp to the table always scare me because you don't always have a place to clamp it. You don't always want to clamp something on your table if it's going to leave a mark on your table. This is a nice sturdy base, so it's not going to fall over on you. It has a bendable neck. That's a big thing, is a bendable neck. When it's a fixed neck, you can't get it in the position for the light. This has 2 light sources, so 2 bulbs that you can separate if you need light on either side. To turn it on, you can turn it on each side, so there's different brightness levels. If you tap, you can turn up the brightness. If you need a lot of light in one place, you can bring them together, and you have a lot of light in one place. You can bring it up, and you can open them to get the light where you need it to be. If you need it next to your machine, you can put a light over your machine to get one up front to light, one in back to light. You can also get the light back here if you need to. You can get it in front if you need to work. And you can just really kind of get the light where you need with these 2 light bulbs.
Steve, 10% back?
10% back, yes. We are on the 10% back today. So now is a great time to get the lamp.
The lamp.
So.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great price. $89.95, and you'll get $9 back. Yeah. So you saw our pressing mats. Now, if you have a traditional ironing board, like many people have, I have a very old ironing board because it's sturdier than those new ones. So I have a very old one, and this will be nice for my ironing board. What this is a wool mat that is made for an ironing board. So it's got the part that's cut out.
Why does it have a grid on it?
I guess they printed a grid on. So if you're trying to square up a block and trying to get if you have a square block and you're trying to make it 8 by 8, so these are inches, you can kind of pin it and kind of square it to get it where you need to be when you're pressing different things. But this is a 1/2 inch thick. It's 100% wool. This one grips the fabric, retains the heat, absorbs the steam. New Zealand, it's the New Zealand wool. We always know that the New Zealand wool is the best wool for our wool mats, so it comes from New Zealand. And it's printed with the grid on it from Maywood Studios. Maywood Studios is the same designer or fabric line who brings us our Kimberbell fabric. But yeah, this one's the New Zealand wool. So this is a great mat for the cutting or for your ironing board. So, and then it's nice because it does roll up. So you start at the small end and give it a roll. And then you take your straps and strap it down. So when you aren't using it, it stays nice and together for you. Yes. And today is the 10% credit back. So you will earn 10% of your purchase amount to use on a future purchase. So it's basically like free money, right? So get a lot of free money. Okay. So these, now, people have been waiting months for these. It's a piece of wood with wool on it. So these are pressing boards, and they're also a clapper. So if you do you have a larger size? We do, Pat. We have the roll that we can show you. We can probably put it in the lineup here too. So this is the 20-inch woolly pressing bar. So these are made in the USA. That's fantastic. So I always look for products that are made here in the US. Anytime I can get an opportunity to buy something that's made in the US, I kind of do it. You know, I even like when I get new tires, I find out which ones are made in the USA, and I buy and only get tires made in the USA because I figure like what are the few things that you can still buy in the USA, and all the toilet paper that people are flocking over to get. you know it's made here. Toilet paper is made here in the U.S., so it doesn't have to go on like a ship to get here through. So it'll be here. So don't buy all the toilet paper. So this one's made in USA, but this is a pressing bar that you can use to get your seams flat. So if you're trying to get seams open and you want to press on them, this is a great way. I wish we had a seam to press. Let's see. You know what? I can sew something right here real quick. I'll show them. You want to open that for us? Sure. Tommy, open it. Our iron is still warm, so that's fantastic. Yeah. So all I'm doing is just seaming just two pieces of fabric together here, like we're piecing them together. Oh, I took my thread. Oh, you know, and while we're over here, let's talk about winding a bobbin real quick too. I like to use this thread both top and bottom when you use threads that match in weight. So if you use the same thread up top and the same thread on the bobbin, and you use, your stitches are going to lock in between the layers, and that's what we want. We want the stitches to lock in between the two layers of fabric. So using the same thread top and bottom allows you to do that. But I want to go over winding a bobbin with this type of thread. When you wind a bobbin, when you stick your fingernail in it, you want it to be nice and tight. If it's real spongy and squishy, you don't want to use it. The foundation of a good stitch is a very nice tight bobbin. So the foundation of a good stitch is a tight bobbin. Do we have any empty bobbins? Empty bobbins? Here's one. Okay. So we have our bobbin winder up here. I have the thread, our fill thread. I have the base down. I have our spool cap through the end of the spool thread there. We're going to follow the number up. So the dotted lines are for your bobbin winder. So I'm going to go up here into one. I'm going to go around to this thread guide here, and I'm going to go around the tension disc. So you're going to go once like this, and you're going to go one more time around. So you're going to go twice. Okay, let's do that again.
Now, how come you're not using this up here?
Because I like to wind the bobbins from here because I'm going to use this thread for here. Okay. So I just load it up here once. But if you have another spool that you want to wind, you can definitely wind from the top position here as well. Because you have the one going this way with the dotted line, and you have the one going this way with the dotted line too. So we're going to go one into two here, and we're going to go around the tension disc once, around the tension disc twice. Okay? And when you pull on that, you'll feel some tension on it. Oh, it came out of that thread guide. Let's do it again. So there's our thread guide. We're going to go around that tension disc once and go around it twice, like that. When you pull on it, you'll feel some tension on it. You want some tension on it. You're going to put your bobbin on here. You're going to go around a few times. Find one of those slots where you can cut it off. Push your bobbin winder in and give that a run. I don't need a lot of thread on this one, so I'm just going to move it down to the smallest amount and hit start. You'll get more on your bobbin too. You'll have less bobbin changes by wrapping the bobbin thread around your tension disc twice. And the new Radiance machine and new Avenir machine is going to allow you to get 15%, I think it's 15% more bobbin thread on your bobbin because they've adjusted the bobbin winder to allow for more fill. So when you stick your fingernail in the side of that bobbin, you'll feel it's nice and tight, it's not spongy, it's not squishy, and you'll get a really nice stitch. So we're going to drop our bobbin in. So let's use a 1/4" piecing foot. There's one over there in the package. Oh, and we got to thread our machine here too. So I'm going to go ahead and thread this up. You always want to make sure the foot's up when you thread your machine. Thanks. I'm going to use a 1/4" piecing foot with guide. This one didn't come with any of the machines. It does come in the foot kit, so if you have the foot kit, it's nice to have another one of these if you have multiple machines because you can keep it with it, so you don't have to search for it. But it has a guide on it. We just leave it center needle and run our fabric along that guide, and we do get a nice 1/4" piece. So we're going to just sew these two pieces together. When you are piecing fabric together for quilting, it is a good idea to move the stitch length down to 2.0. It gives you a shorter stitch length. That's what quilters like versus the 2.5. So a 2.0 stitch length, and we will go ahead and just sew this together. Okay, we're at the end there. We'll hit our scissor button. Our baby locks, they sew so nice. Okay, let's take it up here. So when you're working and say you want to press that seam open, if you lay it over the pressing bar like this, you're able to, if you separate this seam here, yeah, those pressing tools, right there they are. See those colorful ones? Yeah. So we have a set of pressing tools that can help too. And let's put the woolly bar up in the bubble too. So we have a set of these different kind of pressing tools. So these can be helpful if you want to get in here and not burn yourself. So you can get in between the layers here and kind of get that separated and kind of hold that down for you to press. So just keep working that seam, and once you get it started there, you'll be able to move along a little quicker. There it goes. There. So once you get it started and on there, you're able to get those seams pressed open much faster. And the other thing this can be used for, if you are trying to set a seam, you can use this on, you can press your item and then use it as a clapper too to really set that seam out. So yeah, listen to that steam. So it definitely has the vertical steam for you on that iron. So that's what we use the woolly pressing bar a lot for, to get those seams open. They can be sometimes challenging, and it's a little easier when you're on that rounded there to press those. And then this is the 20-inch woolly bar. We do have a smaller version too. So this one is a 12-inch. So if you don't need quite as long one, there's two different options. And then what's next there? Let's do that big mat too. Right there. So we have the woolly pressing mat, and it's still marked down. Anytime there's an 88 at the end of a price, it means it's marked down. So you guys will also earn the 10% credit back on this as well. But this is the large mat for pressing. It is 21 5/8 by 60 inches, I believe. So it's 60 by 22 inches. So a big pressing station for you to work with. If you're working on something you need to press out and don't want to move it, this is a nice one to have. You can put this on the table. You sometimes have to watch what surface you're pressing on. I know we press right on these mats, and I know you guys don't like that, but we do it, and it seems to be okay for us. So this is the big cutting mat. If you'd like to get the big one, it's nice to have. And then especially when we're offering the 10% back too. So maybe we should just go right down the list and just show them some of the other stuff. Let's go back up and see. Yeah, pins. So our favorite pins. So our glass head pins. You always want to get pins that are glass head, so that way if you need to press them, they won't melt. But these pins are super strong, have a really nice point. And if you ever worked with pins that bend on you. Now, let's take a look at this little guy here. Can we take, I'll lay him down. Here's some of our pins. There we go. Perfect. So there's our little heart pins. So these are our pins that we like. These are the glassed ones that are in the bubble. This heart one, look how cute it is. It's a trap. It is a trap. Let me show you why. So we can go to the front here. So when you go to use it, they instantly bend. They bend instantly. These are a trap. Do not fall for the cute pin trap, okay? Don't get these ones. They're too cute. They just bend as soon as you try to use them. These ones.
Are you the one that's bending all the cute pins?
I do. I bend all the cute pins to get them out of here. Yeah. See, Tommy can't even bend this one. See if you can bend that one, Tommy. Yeah.
Should I actually really try?
Mm-mm.
But let me
see how easy that one is to bend.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. See?
That's like night and day.
Yeah. It's Carol. It's a trap. Don't fall for the cute pin trap. I've warned you all now, so now you know. Cute pins no more. These are the ones. These are made in France. We love the stuff that comes from France. So you get 100 pins on here. They're nice and long, glass head. So we love these pins. It's the only ones we order in anymore, and they last too. Because once you get pins and they're all bent, no. And we have people go around and clean out our pins for us when they get bent. So clips. So if you're not a pinner, you don't like pins, you can get clips. So we have different variety of clips here. The first one is 20 sewing clips, and these are the larger ones. And what's the next one? 50 pieces. So what's the difference in the price? Let me scroll up just a little bit on that side. And scroll there. Oh. There we go, right there. So you get 20 clips for $9.95. How much is the 50 pack? Let's switch to those. So you get the 50 pack for, don't get the 20s, get the 50s, because you get 10, I think you get 10 free. So with the 20, it's $10 for 20, or you get 50 for 20. So get the 50 pack. So this is the large clips. And these are bigger than our normal clips. These are about 2 inches long. So bigger clips, and you'll get them in a little bag here. So get the 50 clips. We also have our tin of Wonder Clips. These have always been a fan favorite. They come in a cute little tin. The new iron is right here. They come in a cute little tin. And they're just the little clips, the assorted little clips. So these are great. You get 100 in the little case here. Cute little tin for you. So the cute tin is not a trap. It's not a trap, just the cute pins. So
Do you want to talk about the iron or show this pin dish?
Yeah, we can show the pin dish. So this is a Baby Lock exclusive Baby Lock pin dish. So we all love our pin dishes, and I like this one because it's smaller. So your pins can go in there, and why I like the smaller one is because then they sit up off the edges. When you have that pin, the big one, they fall down in and they're all flat. When they're up like this, they're at the edges, so you can just grab them a little easier, I think, with this. So you can just push them up so they're at the so the tops are sitting. You can just grab them out versus the big one. So I like the little pin dish. Plus, it says Baby Lock. We all love our Baby Lock machines, so get a little Baby Lock pin dish to lay beside you. And it helps you clean up pins too if you ever drop your pins. Oh, so this is our new Panasonic iron. When these came in, it was like, oh, because it was like angels and like the rays of sunshine glowing out them because of the 2-hour timer. You guys have used the Panasonic iron that we've been using for years. It only had an 8-minute timer, and we were okay with it because we loved our cordless Panasonic iron. And we abuse irons here. We are tough on our irons. So Panasonic just released this new cordless Panasonic iron. It is now gold and white, so it's real faux gold. It stays on for 2 hours, so an hour 20-minute shut off. So while you're working, if you're going and working on something for 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and you need to get back over to press something, it is still hot for you. Someone mentioned, well, why does it stay on for 2 hours? Well, if you don't need it to stay on for 2 hours, you can always shut it off, but it does have that 2-hour timer, so it's always warm for you. It has that removable water tank, so you take this right over to the sink, open the top there, you fill it up right under the sink. You don't need any special water. Tap water is just fine. There's an anti-calc system that allows you to use regular water. It has a high, medium, and low setting. You have a steam option. You can also switch it to a dry iron. You have the option for a spray, so it'll spray water out the front of the iron, or there is steam. You can also vertical steam things, and then the points on the iron are a sharper point than the previous ones, so you can get into areas a little better. And it's got that ceramic sole plate. So, and we know many people purchase that, our Panasonic iron, and we still love it. We still carry it, but we wanted to bring you the new one that just came out. It does come with its cover case. So this will go over top of it. Not when it's hot though. So the record is retractable, and it comes out the back of the unit now versus the front. We just love it. We just opened it yesterday. So this is the
Side by side.
side by side. So
Now show. I saw the point looked a lot different.
let's see. Maybe that one?
Yeah, let's try this camera.
How dirty is this one? Oh, good. Sometimes our irons are really dirty. There.
Let's try to zoom out.
So this one is a flat surface for quilting. Quilters like that flat surface to press down their seams. This one looks like it has more area for steam to extract, but the points, it's definitely a little more pointer, but it both has that non-stick ceramic. So
should have added our cloth cleaning pads too,
yes,
because we need to clean our irons around here.
yeah, we sometimes we pick that up. Oh, looks like someone made a grilled cheese with that one. So anything else here?
The clear quilting foot we never showed.
I like to have every 1/4 inch piecing foot out there because I want to get the exact 1/4 inch, and maybe I haven't met that foot yet that's going to help me achieve it. That's my thought. So I try everyone out there. So this is another option for you. Ruth Ann, who's our resident quilter here, she loves this one because it's clear so you can see through it. How much longer for the Star of Wonder? Laverne, you have wait. The wait is over. They are shipping today. I'm so glad you asked. Yes, they are shipping today. So no, the wait is no more. You'll soon be notified that yours is shipping too. So what is the discount today, June? It's 10% credit back today. So We're filling like we want you guys to shop. So the 10% helps with that. So this is the clear quarter-inch foot. So it has markings on the sides that are in 1/8 inches. There's quarter-inch marks there, but you line your fabric up with the toe of the foot there, and you can see, and that'll be your quarter-inch seam allowance there. This one has a single opening, so the shifting of your needle from left to right isn't necessary because you can get that perfect quarter-inch when you follow the toe. If you need to sew 1/8 of an inch seam, you can sew on the other side of the foot, and that's what the other side is. So you'll get that perfect quarter-inch. The clear one's nice, and we can put more of those in as well. And then the other foot, I used this one today. So, and I like to get all the quarter-inch feet because I know that next one I get is just going to help me get it. So this one has the guide on the side. So I'll leave that one here. So this one, you use the guide that's on the side. You lay that up against your fabric so that you can sew a perfect quarter-inch. This one also has the button on the side. So if you're trying to go over a thick seam, that button can help you get over that thick seam. So one has a guide, one doesn't. I like them both for different applications, and you got to have all the feet for you. So yes, we started a little early today, but you can catch the replay, and we went over the 60-degree table runner. So any other things to show?
Let's go through real quick just to make sure we've got everything.
I had fun today. I hope you guys had fun too. And Melissa, the 10% credits turned back on, so you'll be able to take advantage of that. What foot is good for a scant quarter-inch? Okay, so a scant quarter-inch foot, I think this one here is best for the quarter-inch foot. Let's put that one back in the bubble. It's the one with the guide, and I'll tell you why. When you look at the opening of the foot, so the front clear one only has that center opening, so it doesn't allow you to shift the needle left to right. If we look at the one back here with the guide along the side, it has a larger opening, so you can shift that needle. That's the easiest way to get the quarter-inch, the scant quarter-inch, is to shift your needle rather than trying to shift the fabric. Because shifting the fabric and having to line up someplace new that you're not used to can be challenging for when we have just like muscle memory of doing something over and over again. But with this one that has the larger opening, you can shift that needle either left or right, and it allows you to get that scant quarter-inch just by shifting your needle over just a little bump. Yes, Star of Wonder, you'll still get the bonus designs because we just started shipping them. We're probably going to offer those bonus designs until everyone who placed their initial pre-orders with us get them. So, any other items?
Just the gypsy.
Oh, gypsy gripper. So, this is a must-have for your rulers. We have them pretty much on every one of our rulers. It's a safety thing and also just a stability thing. Anytime we're teaching someone new how to cut, we always put one of these on. It's a handle to pick up the ruler. If you're having some dexterity problems, we're having trouble picking up the ruler off the table, this handle is really nice. It's a large handle that covers, and it allows you, how long for the discount? It's going to be on for, till what time? Oh, let's leave it on through till tomorrow. Let's leave it on through the weekend. So through the weekend, you can earn the 10% credit back because we won't have a show tomorrow, but we'll be back Monday. So you can continue shopping throughout the weekend with the 10% credit back. This one fits on the ruler. It's a nice handle, so when you go to push down, it's a nice sturdy press, evenly distributed weight on top of that ruler with this big handle. It's easy to put on. You pop these open, lift it off. If you found that you need to, if yours falls off a little sometimes, you just might want to clean these with some alcohol because sometimes fuzz can get underneath these. And then mine never stays on the ruler. Okay, so you know what you got to do, Ann, is you gotta spit on it a little bit. Okay, you gotta spit on it. You gotta like and just put a little spit on it and put it down, and I bet it'll work. So
maybe water.
maybe water. No, you gotta spit on it. So that's the way to help get it stick. Or clean the bottoms with alcohol, and that will help too. So, any questions? We thank you guys all so much. We're gonna get back to work here. We have a lot of stuff coming up. Our fall event. If you still want to sign up for that, please do. It's going to be a great event. I feel like it's going to be one of our best events, and I think that's it. So have a good weekend, everyone. We will see you back Monday for Monday Material Madness, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.